With Infinity War over and people coming down from the hype and sadness, now's about the time that we start gearing up to figure out who could possibly be the person to beat Thanos in the next upcoming Avengers film, with it only being a year away. $5 the new Avengers movie comes out before Kingdom Hearts 3. And so, being the knowledgeable man that I am, trust me, I've got like 20 degrees in being smart, here's a list of people who I think could show up in the next Avengers movie and beat the absolute shit out of Thanos. Here we go, roll the video. Roll the countdown. Welcome to Watch Mojo, everybody. Number 5. Jackie Chan. Now, I know what you're thinking. Matt, how could Jackie Chan defeat Thanos? His lore doesn't even make any sense. And while it is true that Jackie Chan's lore did get muddied up when he came over to the US to make Western films, you know, like Spy Next Door, and the Shanghai Noon, and the Medallion, Around the World in 80 Days. Come on, Jackie. It can get a little difficult to figure out where the Tuxedo and Kung Fu Panda fall into the timeline. However, we can still assume that Jackie Chan is still alive and well, but is just, you know, in hiding, preparing Jaden Smith for his next MCU franchise. So before that happens, they might give him one final hurrah with the next Avengers film, since if you know anything about Jackie Chan, it's that...
Jackie, always okay.
I mean, look at this guy. How could he not be able to defeat Thanos in a 1v1? Yeah, he might not be in his former glory, but if Thanos is wearing a loose-fitted tie, is standing next to a ladder, and Jackie is wearing a suit that can easily come off, along with Chris Tucker cheering him on in the background, he could beat Thanos very easily. And we didn't see Jackie die in Infinity War when Thanos snapped his finger, so we'll have to guess that, you know, he just didn't die. However, it would put Thanos in a very bad spot if when he snapped his finger, Chris Tucker died, because that would give Jackie Chan even more strength, since we all know that whenever Jackie says,
Connor! Lee! Connor! Lee! Connor!
he's able to become stronger. But I highly doubt that the creators of Infinity War would write off Chris Tucker like that, since he still has a lot of character development that they've yet to tap into. Plus, if Jackie were to get all 12 of the talismans, yeah boy, you dead, boy. Ooh, he's so dead, boy. Number 4. Kirby. It's Kirby, baby! See, unlike the other Avengers in the Marvel Universe, Kirby has the power to not only fly, but also suck up his enemies to absorb their power. And just suck them up. Just suck them. This is something that hasn't been done before in the MCU, and will more than likely be the turning point of the film when Kirby is finally introduced into the Marvel Universe, which would help start Kirby's Netflix original series promotion. Now, if the original Avengers could hold down Thanos for just the right amount of time, Kirby could just suck him up and absorb the power of the Infinity Stones, giving him the same amount of strength as Thanos. Plus, I mean, come on, who would win in a fight? A big purple dude or a small pinky boy? It's Pinky Boy. Pinky Boy always wins. And even if the Avengers don't hold down Thanos in a straight 1v1, Kirby just outright wins. I mean, come on, if they were to fight, what's Thanos gonna do? Punch him? He's too small. His punches would go way over his head. He'd have to bend down and hit him, except wait a minute, have you seen Megaton punch before? Kirby punches not only 2 slabs of brick, but also fucking cutting the goddamn planet in half. Like, what the f- He's just a monster of destruction. Yeah, Thanos can wipe out half the universe with a snap of his finger, but he can't fucking break an entire planet in half with a single punch. Jesus Christ. Ninja streaming with Drake. This one, alright, alright, I know I'm copying out a little bit, but this is a fan favorite and I feel like that I had to mention it. Because this is probably going to be the most likely direction that the universe goes down, since it's going to be the most popular with the kids. I mean, why else would they tease Thanos in Fortnite if they didn't already start planning the Ninja and Drake duo to defeat the big purple boy himself? Ninja had already defeated Thanos multiple times, and if you add Drake into the mix, the viewership of the movie would skyrocket, breaking records in the box office and on Twitch. Plus, they're out of Avengers. Did you ever see anybody shoot Thanos? Or like throw a boogie bomb at him? Shoot a rocket launcher at him? I don't fucking think so. Having Ninja and Drake play together would spawn their own television spin-off to later be teamed up with the characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So financially, this makes the most amount of sense for the studio. I mean, South Park already did this concept with PewDiePie, so the building blocks are already there to get the ball rolling. Can Thanos drop a fat beat like Drake? Can he walk into a grocery store and pay for everyone's food? Does Thanos drive this? I don't fucking think so. Pair that up with Ninja, what the fuck can Thanos do? I bet he can't even build a 1-part tower or rock a double shotgun. Dwight Schrute with prep. Out of everyone on this list, this option was the hardest to get people to agree with, since it was a toss-up between Dwight Schrute and Obi-Wan Kenobi with the high ground. However, being someone of mass intellect, remember I have like 20 degrees in being smart, I've done my research and realized the biggest flaw to Obi-Wan defeating Thanos is that he's already dead. You can see in the title card of Star Wars that his storyline happened a long time ago. So, you know, he can't possibly win against Thanos if he's already dead. It doesn't make any sense. Unless they decide to bring him back from the dead, but, you know, I doubt that's going to happen since it'll fuck up the rest of the Star Wars franchise. However, Dwight Schrute is still on the table and is very much alive, working as the manager to Dunder Mifflin, leading me to believe that he could still win as long as he has prep. Let's think back to the episode of The Office when Dwight and Jim have a snowball fight. The way Dwight succeeds in defeating Jim is through psychological warfare, and since Thanos is still sad from killing his own daughter, Dwight can pick that apart while still maintaining his managerial position at Dunder Mifflin. See? The math checks out. It's possible. I'm more than certain that the next Avengers film will have Dwight as the forefront of the team, which would probably lead him to being the leader of the next phase of the MCU, so this movie would be the perfect time to get him on board the franchise. Which leads us to number 1. That's right, number 1. Number 1. Who do you think's gonna be number 1? It's number 1. The number 1 person. It's gonna be the number 1 person that could defeat Thanos. Number 1. Big number 1. It's Ed, baby. It's motherfucking Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, baby. But not just any Ed. Ed with a rock in his shoe. That's right, baby. I knew it. You knew it. We all knew this guy was going to be the person to defeat Thanos. He's clearly the strongest character ever created in the Marvel Universe. Through every episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie, we've seen Ed's power progress throughout the series. He's able to bend the environment to his will, can carry a car while running without a sweat, and was even able to jump 3 miles into the fucking air by just trying. All of his abilities are powerful and puts Thor to shame. However, they are never truly realized until he has a rock in his shoe. In this particular episode, we see Ed become the monster he's capable of being when he completely rips off a metal slide by just using his mouth. In other episodes, they reveal the character can even travel through time and create portals to other dimensions. He's like the Flash mixed with Doctor Strange and the Hulk times fucking a billion. Who else can lift up an entire sewer drain and casually run around with it? Or turn asphalt into fabric by just touching it? Thanos might have the Infinity Gauntlet, but Ed is the embodiment of the Infinity Stones. You place a rock into his shoe and every stone gets activated in his body, causing him to bend time and space to his will while giving him the power of like 2 elks. Ed versus Captain America? No contest. Ed versus the Hulk? Not even a big deal. Ed versus Thor? Ed could pick up his own hammer and shove it up his ass, laughing while he does it. This is motherfucking Ed we're talking about. I mean, for God's sake, what if his friends can lift up his own body with just his tongue? Like, what? What the fuck? Double D, what's underneath his beanie? Probably a hidden Infinity Stone that Thanos doesn't even know about. Ed by himself could beat the shit out of Thanos, but place all 3 of them together and they destroy every villain in the MCU without breaking a sweat. So, basically, Waluigi wasn't put in Smash because he's gonna be in the next Avengers movie.
Squeeze.
If you want more stuff, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Wow. Plus, we've got new merch in the store along with a Golden Crown hoodie. So go grab the merch in the store to help support the channel by clicking on the link in the description.